We're
God,
alive. It's time for Death Metal
shit,
Cast.
Jesus,
Are you awake?
I am now.
Hey, welcome to the Death Metal Cast. I'm Ben, joined by Chad, Sam, and Liam. And today we have a very fun matchup to get into. I'm excited for this one. It's one we've
Me
talked
too.
about a little bit. And it's finally
Yeah.
making its debut on Death Metal Cast. Although one of these characters I think we have covered before, so we'll see
Yep.
how that comes together.
Yeah. Couple times.
Yeah, welcome to Death Metal Cast. The basic idea here is that um we've got Chad over here representing Barbie of all characters and Liam representing Hatsune Miku of all characters, and it's going to be their job to convince all of us, me, Sam, and all of you watching this live right now, that their character wins in a death battle, as in a fight to the death, as in what is Miku gonna sing Barbie to death? Is Barbie gonna tennis
Yeah.
racket Miku in the face? Like, I'm not really sure what this is gonna be,
Uh,
right?
I will say people are very
Uh,
excited for this matchup. We're seeing some people like Possess Siren. It's their birthday week and their favorite matchup, so they're winning.
Happy birthday.
Ten
Happy birthday.
Tails, as
Yeah.
always, excited to see Chad's favorite matchup. Chad, would you really say this is your like peak matchup currently?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe. Like
Whoa.
I really want Barbie on Death Battle after I did all that research.
Yeah. And
For the cast.
Yeah.
also, Super Monye must be super excited because they gave us 20 gifted subs, so a bunch of extra people can watch Champion Cast, which happens immediately after this as well. Look at that. I did it all.
Yeah, Gilded gave 5 as well, and Night Ghost gave their 1 special membership. So lots of gifted.
Yeah.
Y'all are wild
Um,
out. Thank you.
Everybody. Oh my god. People cheering for Miku as well. Not for Barbie? Come on, guys. I mean, we did have we did do several years back. Barbie versus, was it Ryu? Was
Yeah.
that what it was?
Yeah.
Why? I
And
don't
we did
remember
Barbie versus
why.
Peach as well.
Yeah, what does that have to do with this?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
Just-
we also did Barbie
Yeah.
versus Peach.
We've had triple.
Oh, Barbie
the-
versus Peach.
Yeah.
Oh, we did? Oh.
Yeah, we've
Oh, yeah,
had.
you said Barney versus Peach, and I was
Nah,
like, that doesn't
Barbie.
make sense.
We've had.
Barney is relevant to this discussion, but
Yes.
that's aside the
Oh
point.
no.
This is our
Oh,
third
no.
instance of having Barbie on cast in 0 Sailor Moons.
Really?
Just keep that in mind. How we've strayed so far from the Lord's light, I don't know, but I'm also not too upset. So
Also, I think this is what you're referencing, Sam, but yeah, 10 Tails with $100
yeah,
super chat saying, Chad, let's hear your favorite matchup, Miku versus Barbie. Can't wait to see how this will go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, I don't know. I don't remember why we did Barbie versus Ryu. There was some logic
yeah,
to it.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, because we had Blizz on and Blizz thought it was funny. And
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Watching Ryu get demolished by like
Yeah.
Barbie was amusing.
you know, people learned a lot. Y'all, I'm so sad though. My notes were on my
Oh.
Rooster Teeth email, so like I had to redo some stuff. So bear with me.
I
I got so
Dash.
excited. I was like, "Yeah, I've got my Barbie notes, no problem." And then I was like, "No, they're all gone." Like I had, and I really went ham.
I
with that.
can't believe it, but Dash does clarify there is a reason they both have boyfriends named Ken.
Oh,
Makes
okay.
sense. Got
They
it.
do have
Okay.
their boyfriends.
All right. So like I said, we're gonna jump into Miku versus Barbie here. Also just want to quickly shout out that Comic Palooza is coming up, and we're gonna be there again, just like we were there last year. So this is in Houston, and it's near the end of this month, May 22nd through 24th, that weekend. So if you are in the Houston area around that time or want to come see us, feel free. We would love to see you, hang out,
It's a lot of fun.
and show off some stuff and panels, things like that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun last year. We're excited to go again this year. So it's Comic Palooza. Okay, let's get into this. Let's start with how do we want to start this?
Well, I think Cody Briner sets us up for a good start. He's saying we need to establish that what does Miku get exactly? Because with the promotional tie-ins,
yeah.
they have Godzilla, mechs, Pokemon. Like,
That's
where are we
true.
going here?
Yeah, the whole point is
let's
that
start
like
with Miku then.
anybody can make a Miku, you know? But we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do Joe Schmo.
What do you mean anybody can make a Miku?
Okay, so Vocaloid has been explained to me many times. It's one of those things that's not super sticky for me, so bear with me. But it is a software where you can, I believe, input like lyrics and a melody, and then I believe Miku will sing it for you. You can correct me if that's wrong, but I believe that's kind of the gist. Um, I'm looking at the chat to say if I'm correct.
I mean,
Step
that's
catch
the
up.
gist of Vocaloid.
That's
But
that's the
Miku,
gist of
there,
Vocaloid. Yeah,
Miku has
right? There are
Miku
tons of
is
yeah.
Vocaloids, but Miku is a
yeah, yeah,
very
yeah.
specific character.
So hypothetically, anybody could make like a Miku thing with the Miku software, with the Vocaloid software. But we're not going to include that. We're going to include stuff that comes from like official sources, which would be stuff like Vocaloid itself, Project Diva, Sony Animations, the Hatsune Miku YouTube channel, like official advertisements, not just random YouTube video that I made about Miku, singing a song about how she's going to kill Goku or something like that. I think there's a ton of stuff that you could pull from. I don't think what you use is really a problem.
Uh,
Okay. So how about we get into like who is Miku? What does
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
do? How does Miku engage in a fight, I guess?
Yeah, Miku is the most aggressive malware known to mankind. Like, if you thought McAfee antivirus was a motherfucker, Miku is so much worse. She is like she's like essentially the Vocaloid mascot. She's one of like the earliest created kind of mascot characters for Vocaloid. I don't think the literally the first, but one of the first. Um, she's known as the first sound from the future. She is a goddess of fate. She is most commonly portrayed as an android that lives in like the digital world, but not just the digital world. Her code name is CV01. That's probably a reference to being the first of the whatevers. Yeah, she is sort of an enigmatic figure. Like there isn't a canon Miku backstory, I don't believe. It's just she's like a computer program. It's also kind of an android that's also a goddess of fate. She's very variable. Um yeah, and she sings. She loves to sing, and boy does
yeah.
she sing.
Kino said Vocaloid is basically GarageBand with different voice banks, which helps it because GarageBand's like audio software. Helps
Mm,
put it in a frame for me.
right, right.
Vocaloid good, AI bad. Employs more people. That's probably it. It employs more people. Okay, I'm back
There
on
you
train.
go.
I was like, wait a second, but no,
Yeah.
Vocaloid
Well,
good. We're back.
the GarageBand thing is an interesting comparison because it presents it as like it's like an instrument in GarageBand, right?
Yeah,
So it's a digital way to create a voice
yeah.
as opposed to you plug it into a thing and then it creates the voice for you.
I didn't know
So
just
there is a difference.
anybody was allowed to like. You can just use Miku. Like obviously you can't put out like an official Miku monetized track. I assume, right? Like if we
Well, it's one of
were,
the voices. It's just one of the voices.
yeah, okay. But
It's
so like
it's
if
it's like in GarageBand you have the specific. It's been a
yeah,
while since I've used GarageBand. But you have the specific like different types of strings, not just the violin, but it'll have
yeah,
like the
yeah,
spooky
yeah,
violin or whatever.
yeah.
It's like that, right?
But do you have to sing and it's like an auto tune that goes on top of your voice, or do you like input text? I'm confused. And also, couldn't if we were to do a death battle, can we just use the real Miku? Like, is that could we? Are we like
I
what's
don't know.
the
I actually don't know.
Probably,
That's a good question.
yeah?
That
but
would be the
I
way to
mean,
do it if we could.
that's a logistics and legal question,
Yeah.
not necessarily a death
Yeah.
battle question.
Yeah, that's
If we
how I
could,
Well,
meant
I
it.
assume so,
absolutely
yeah.
should,
We'll
right? Like,
we'll
I
run that by our
literally-
lawyer if we decide to do this one.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah. So it's one of the voices in Vocaloid. But like Miku herself as a character has appeared in a bunch of different things. She is her own entity, I suppose.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like what can she do as a figure? What has she done? What, like, for example, I know she was in that one anime that has a mech that fought Godzilla.
Right. Yeah, I actually didn't write that one down, but yeah, she does have a Godzilla fighting mech. We'll just throw that one out there. It's not she could do a lot more. She kind of like goes on adventures with her friends. She sings about like life and humanity and about good and saves the world from bad. I'm gonna be real with you. The narrative is not. I didn't absorb a lot of narrative from Miku research. I absorbed a lot of her doing a music video and then like destroying a planet. It's like da 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 boo. Like that's kind of the vibe that I got from Miku. She's good and she sings about good. And hope and joy, and that's sort of her thing. But if anybody wants to like elaborate on that, feel free to. But I believe that's kind of the gist.
What do you mean if anybody wants to elaborate on that?
I am in the comments is like, oh, there was this one story where Miku like goes on an adventure and has a
Is the
plot.
canonical
has a
daughter of
middle and
Sailor
end.
Moon or something. Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Feel
Which means
free.
we
I
have.
didn't get a lot of that.
We actually do have a Sailor Moon character. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to get into what she can do, or do you want to pivot to who Barbie is?
Well, I guess
I'm
we'll
down
pivot to
do
Barbie
either.
Barbie at this point. So, Chad, introduce us to Barbie and why she's gonna win the death battle.
You
in your
mean
opinion.
Barbara Millicent Roberts, inspiration to all mankind, setting the bounds of there are no bounds of what you can achieve. She is a master of now update over 250 professions. From fashion model to president of the United States to goddess of the galaxy. She has a black belt in karate. She's been a professional boxer, a professional fencer. She's fought with any type of weapon, any type of vehicle, you name it. She can fight with it or pilot it. She served in every branch of the U.S. military. She fought in Desert Storm. She also
You're just gonna drop that nugget in there.
Wait.
Hell yeah,
and of
Barbie.
course, she has a variety of magical items and powers at her disposal, which protect her, grant wishes, and take her to a power level that is just absolutely absurd.
I know that it's not feats wise important, but what was her involvement in Desert Storm?
I think she
Is
was a
Barbie
paratrooper.
responsible for the situations in the Middle East? Like,
What was she in Desert Storm?
I think she was a paratrooper. I don't remember.
So she
which-
paratrooped. She
she
dropped
went behind
into
enemy
Iraq?
lines.
Was she one of the ones that got? No, we didn't get Saddam in Desert Storm. That was the first, right? That was Desert Storm first or second?
First. No, we did not. That was
First. No, we didn't.
We've had so
that
many altercations over there. I cannot keep them straight.
I was like, was Miku
sorry,
at
sorry,
Abu Ghraib?
So this is Stars and Stripes Army Barbie, which came out in
Yeah.
'92. And so she is a sergeant and combat medic with the 101st
Gotcha.
Airborne Division during Operation Desert
Okay.
Storm.
Okay, so she was Highway of Death. She was not Abu Ghraib. Gotcha.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
also, I would gladly take Barbie as president. It seems like a real win.
Right?
She's got clearly the experience for
She's
the
a
job.
veteran.
She's got the experience
yeah.
for any job at this point. There's nothing I wouldn't hire Barbie to do.
That's a very smart bet.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing too. It's like because she is like the embodiment of like the American dream, and how people can succeed. And so like I don't think she's ever been bad at any profession that she's done and become. She becomes like a master of it, right? Has like if it's a martial art, she's a black belt in it and like all that stuff. So like she is quite good at mastering whatever she puts her mind to.
Okay.
She's gonna put her mind to getting her ass kicked. She's gonna master that today.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, Liam, we heard very succinctly just how skilled Barbie is. Barbie has numerous skills, numerous trainings. She's been in a literal fucking military. But it sounds like
all of
Miku
them.
just sings.
I kind
Oh.
of feel like, not to step on Liam though, here we should like charge forward a bit because we're like 20 minutes in and we're talking about being a paratrooper when I know that doesn't actually fucking matter.
Exactly.
Like
Yeah,
both
yeah,
these
Why I want to
characters.
get to like
Yeah, Michael McDonald pointed on early on that Miku at one point becomes a god. Like we don't need to worry about Desert Storm, right? Like
I want to correct that. Miku doesn't become a god. Miku is a god.
So
So
is Barbie.
so you said that she just sings, and that I completely agree with that. She just fucking sings, but her sings is everything's. Like okay, so there was one time there was this giant storm cat monster that I don't think was being evil or
desert
anything,
storm cat
but
monster?
she was a desert storm cat monster. This is Saddam, and this is Miku 1. Sam.
Oh yeah, let me go over there.
So she is singing to this giant cat monster. She sings to it, and this is Miku 2, Sam.
Bloop.
The monster explodes. She sings so hard that he explodes, and it doesn't. This doesn't capture it, but he explodes into 5 smaller cat monsters from the power of her singing. And just as a reference, Miku 3, Sam, the size of the cat monster was this big. The
Oh,
size
like a
of
literal
Japan.
like hurricane. Okay.
I think it's gonna.
Yeah,
Is they
literal hurricane.
did they call it a hurricane?
Maybe. It was all in Japanese,
Okay.
so maybe it was a Hurrican. Um, uh, uh, she can create portals. She can escape into pocket dimensions. She can grow to the size
Wicked
of a
Barbie.
planet and hold it in her arms. This is Miku 4 and Miku 5, Sam. Yeah, so she can grow to be absolutely gigantic. She can
everybody's
teleport.
dead.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Miku
I
became
I know, like
that
everyone.
size,
Oh, it's like such a
Mass
loving
murder.
embrace, but then you
Well,
cut to the surface and just
like-
like,
people
Like the oceans
people
are like smashing into people.
yeah, people on this side of the planet are assumably gravity smushed through the earth, and then people on that side
Yeah,
are
yeah.
sucked out to Miku's presence, right? Through the
I think
atmosphere, assumably.
Just by
The
standing next to
oceans
the
would
planet, I think
rise.
you're
like-
Everything's
ripping
fucked.
the planet. I think the planet would literally rip apart, like just
Yeah,
by standing
probably,
there by
yeah.
your gravity, right? Like
Yeah.
it would just because like at that
Mhm.
size, the planet is basically
She
just a ball
hugs-
of dust. It would just
I guess
hugs
unless
the
she has
planet,
no
steps
mass,
away, and
and
it's
then-
just like, oh, it's a little asteroid field now.
she
Yeah.
is like a hologram, so if she's
yeah,
massless,
very
so-
cute.
you know.
Oh,
perfect.
okay,
Speaking-
okay, got it.
Speaking of holding planets, let me talk about Barbie.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so Barbie is also has a superhero persona named Super Sparkle. And in it, Barbie basically has all the powers of Silver Age Superman. So she has flight, X-ray vision, freeze breath, super strength, where it's specifically stated she can lift, quote, any object. She has her Sparkle Blast, which shoots out a little sparkly ball beam that can blow stuff up. She has telekinesis. She can restore broken objects by looking at them, just cuz. And she can also time travel by spinning the earth backwards fast enough that she goes back in time. And she's also held the earth perfectly still to freeze time in general. You also talking about hopping between dimensions. Barbie can do that with her pink shoes. They can teleport her to other worlds.
Miku can also time travel.
We had
Okay.
Stop.
we had 3
Okay.
separate super chats asking if we're including Miku from Super Robot Tyson UX. I'm just gonna assume, yeah, this is everything they've ever done.
Sure. Yeah.
As
yeah,
long as it's
Yeah.
remotely
Also-
canon and not like a
Yeah,
fan
and-
property.
And just to get this out of the way, if people didn't see the first time I repped Barbie, because there's a thing with her where Barbie is also an actress in a lot of the movies that she's portrayed in. It's like Barbie as, like, she's always credited, right, and stuff like that. And so if you're like, well, that's her just, playing a character, and it was a movie set, even though it's digital or whatever. No, she actually has the powers. It's crazy. They show in little bloopers at the end, right, because they're fun little tongue-in-cheek bloopers or whatever. But where it breaks that illusion of like
Mhm.
them being actors, right? But Barbie's still like she shot a sparkle blast, and then she like did it like too powerful or whatever, and it like almost kills these 2 girls, and like the other actresses, they dive out of the way. She's like, I'm sorry, was that too strong, or like whatever. And then like another one with like a guy was supposed to like fly, but he couldn't, like, or whatever, and so Barbie's like, don't worry, I got you, and she picks him up and flies him like off like this. So like in the outtakes, she canonically has these powers. So
Okay.
yeah.
So the Miku in Super Robot Wars is a like mecha Miku.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
looked her up. She's like a robot. But I assume it's still like a version of Miku. I don't know. I don't know if it matters really.
Miku can like warp reality and enter and exit different
Yeah.
dimensions. So I think that
Okay.
there's obviously it doesn't like matter, like they don't care. But I'm sure that even if they don't give a direct explanation, we can intuit that this is like a Miku hopping between dimensions or changing her nature. Or something like that.
Liam and I actually had a pitch for Miku Eddie the Head that was fantastic. And the Miku power
Oh, yeah.
section was a choose your own adventure because there were too many like universe scaling things where
fucking
it was
sick.
just like they made a great presentation. It kicked ass. They were like, okay, everybody pick one and then we'll go to that one and just talk about that because there's too many. It was very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I love this from Jengwin. Barbie is just like Godzilla. He's credited as himself in all the movies he's in too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miku
'cause
is
it's
himself.
Godzilla.
Although
We got
in
him.
Miku's case, she literally is herself because it's the voice, right? Although I guess
Yeah.
there is like an actual voice actress who recorded Miku's lines or like
Yeah.
voice originally. So I guess
An
it kind of
icon.
is very similar. It's like an audio version. Okay, so I want to get to like how this would actually go down and like what they would actually do to each other because we've been talking a lot about how they can warp through reality and go through time and things like that. But before we
Yeah.
do that, I want to really lock in there's one thing that both of you have said that I want to like make sure we understand, which is
Yeah.
both of you have said that they become a god. So how is Miku a god?
Um, Miku is described literally as a goddess of fate. And she has, I was gonna say this kind of more for the end, but she has essentially restarted the entire universe with the power of her song. On multiple
Same.
occasions. She can warp reality. Uh she can warp reality. Okay, I have a couple of feats that really get into it. So like she can do stuff like she appears in like a kind of a formless void and she creates like forests and snow. She can restore life to the earth. She can like enter a city and she's just singing and she's like glitching and warping the city like in and out of reality. She was once doing a music video and singing, and then it cuts to a real life city with real life people and seeing the city like glitch in and out of reality. Miku's not there. Miku is still like in the digital world, but her reality warping is actually reaching out into the real world itself.
Okay.
This is not the only time Miku does something like that. Miku, um, uh, there was one music video where uh, the program that she's in is deleted and the computer is turned off. Like it's like the power is cut off, the power goes out. She's deleted, like erased from existence. She like walks into the dark void and goes like bye, and she's like destroyed. And then the power of the chorus hits and the computer turns back on, even though there's a fucking power outage. The program is recreated and Miku brings herself back to life. She can literally resist having the power turned off. She can like exit the digital world and like affect the real world. Um, so she has reality warping not just for the world that she's in, where she is basically in control of everything, but also reality warping for the real world as well. That sounds like a goddess
Okay.
to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
All
the
right,
computer
for
thing was interesting
Barbie.
because I did want to explore like so Barbie has obviously been a computer engineer and she has been a computer scientist. She's done it all, right? So like
Yeah,
she has the understanding and the technology to potentially like unwrite uh
yeah.
Miku. And
Well,
also she's
but
also a
how is
master
she a
spy with
god?
like hacking stuff. Huh? But oh yeah, how should
How's she a
she's a
god?
goddess? Yeah, okay. So there is a movie called it's like Starlight something. Um whatever. Barbie Starlight Adventure. All right. So basically, long story short, the universe is dying. People suck. Science is trying to fix it. Science made it worse. All stars and light in the universe will be ending in existence as we know it. It will be coming to an end. Um, and since science has failed, only the chosen one, Barbie,
Hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
she travels to the center of the universe and then she hums and dances so good it restores all light to the known universe. And it sends out a massive wave of light, which travels across the entire universe in about 2 seconds. And Barbie is also like keeping up with the light while it's happening, which clocks her in at there was a calc for like 1.4 quintillion times the speed of light. But so
Okay.
Barbie, yes, basically recreates, saves the entire universe, right? And so I was like, that's pretty crazy. That seems like it's a god feat, right? And then, and this is my favorite Barbie fact that I learned back when I first did this. So there is a line of Barbie toys called the Goddesses of the Galaxy, right? Now there's 3 dolls that were released in this line, and what absolutely cracked me up is they went out of their way to, in the descriptions of the toys, they went out of their way to say, listen, like the other two, they're just toys, they're not actual goddesses, but Barbie is the only canonical deity. Like,
Isn't
They
isn't
fucking Yahweh Barbie.
yeah. Well, in the weird thing, isn't this a collaboration? Those dolls were specifically a collaboration with like Versace or something. Like it's just like a weird fashion dress thing, but
it
also
is
they
a
were
fashion dress. I have an image, I can send it to you if you want.
Barbie
It
is
is-
one
You
true
do that
god.
before
Yeah,
the
do
show.
it, do it.
Chad.
So
Okay,
they
fine.
very specifically were like, there is one true god in our universe, and it is Barbie.
Yeah,
All
it's
the others are
Versace
false
Barbie, I believe.
idols.
Yeah.
That is what it just like when I found that, I was like, this is like the most perfect thing. Like the fact that they're like, no, the others, they're just toys. Like, but but canonic, like
D-
except for Barbie.
This
She was a
one you
goddess.
can worship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Dude Blade and a handful of other people have asked the same question I'm thinking. Miku can undo her own unexistence.
Yeah.
Is Barbie gonna have anything to say about that? Or can Barbie?
Um well, so Barbie has some magical items that I could talk about. So she has a magic crystal that as long as you don't love the wrong person will protect her and makes her completely invulnerable to like attacks and magic. And then so just some other fun little magic items I can rattle off. She has a wand of light, which was described as possessing, quote, the most powerful magic of all. They really like to do this in the Barbie
Yeah.
stuff, by the way. It's the most vague, ambiguous, just everything, and like the most powerful. And so that thing is super powerful and can break literally any spell or curse, can deprive people of their powers, quote, no matter how powerful they are. Its only downside is that it can't be used in anger. So I will toss that out there, but also Barbie's pretty chill. So like
Does Barbie ever get angry?
yeah. In like some of the like the cartoon shows and stuff, she can get like there's also like they've made so much Barbie media that like there are some times where she's like a little bit of a bratty teenager, but for the most part, it's like, you know, she's the like older, calm and collected, cool sister that does everything. Yeah. So she could potentially strip Miku of her powers by using the crystal rod or whatever. She has another it's called a magic royal scepter, which is like a miscellaneous bullshit magic wand. You know, anything you think of it does, right? Like make flowers, change that person's outfit. They use that one a lot. Or you know, just like explode fireworks or like whatever. It's that just generic miscellaneous wand. But yeah.
Okay. Did see a couple people mentioning that also in the Barbie movie, Barbie literally like
Oh yeah.
turns herself human, like she manifests an existence for herself.
Yeah, you're right. So that is a similar feat. In the Barbie movie, she does like go into the real world. Like this is the goddess of the
Sorry,
galaxy.
it's not
Barbie, by the way.
Versace, it's Christian Louboutin, so I was wrong, but still kind of right.
But yeah, look at her. She's serving.
Okay. And this
Yeah,
is,
and
this is the one you
that's
can worship, everybody.
The one
Yeah.
true God, yeah. Cool.
that's true. In the Barbie movie, she is very much in Barbie land, right? And just weirdly, she has to like take a car, then like ski, and then like jet ski or something, and then rollerblade, and somehow that transports her into the real world. It's like a very specific set of things that she does. I don't know, and then she's just bam in the real world. So yes, Barbie can also kind of transcend her medium and reality.
She can become human.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
While you're
The
wrapping your head
difference,
around that,
though,
Yeah,
Yeah,
if there was a place where you could find out more information about weird things like Barbie, Chad, would you know of any of those places?
you stepped on my own segue to do your own segue.
Yeah. I
That
was I
incredible.
had to tee you up
Uh,
for it.
Yeah, because get this, everybody, we're sponsored by Reddit. So listen, if
What?
you're not using Reddit, you're missing out. Because I don't know about y'all, but whenever I get into a new hobby, video game, fantasy series, whatever, you name it. Whenever I get into anything new, first thing I do is open up my Reddit app on my phone and I go subscribe to its subreddit. I can't tell you how many things I've learned from Reddit, from gaming tips and tricks to the latest news about fantasy book releases to great local recommendations on food. Or also, right now, people are really mad because our lake's draining and the city's been doing a really bad job fixing it. Look, if you're into it, I'm sure there's a subreddit for it. It's also a great place to highlight, to share your own thoughts, or in my case, like some video game highlights every now and then. Like, I'm personally proud of a Sea of Thieves video I did a while back, where a guy was talking a whole lot of trash. So I turned on my recording, I sunk him, took all of his loot, edited a video of it, and got it to the front page of our Sea of Thieves for the moral victory. It was awesome. With more than 47 million members on our gaming alone, Reddit is the front page for gaming news. Updates, rumors, and leaks, all discussed in real time by people who actually play. There are subs for every game, genre, and niche, MMOs, shooters, RPGs, speedruns, modding, lore, everything. It's real players sharing real tips, fixes, and discoveries. My current go-to subreddit right now is our Pacopia, because I've been playing a lot of Pacopia, and it's really cool getting to see how many new builds and things that people do and use their creativity to build up their worlds. And I'm just gonna say it. Was I personally inspired by a Reddit post on Pacopia to make my own Taco Bell? Yes, I was. It's in the Sparkling Skylands, and my Pokemon love it. So look, Reddit is where all the real gamers are. Download the Reddit app and dive into our gaming for the latest gaming updates. And while you're there, check out some creative and cool builds in our Pacopia. Maybe you'll see some of mine there soon. Who knows? Download the Reddit app today. Thank you, Reddit.
I saw
well,
there's
okay.
rumors floating around that I saw from Reddit chat that Joe Abercrombie and Scott Lynch are writing a book together.
Really?
Yeah. So
Kid-
probably won't get
Cool.
finished, but I bet it's cool.
Yeah, well, Abercrombie will finish it.
Abercrombie finishes books. Yeah. What a
Yeah.
legend.
God, I love Reddit. Sam is actually the person that told me about Reddit a million years ago, and I've been using it ever since.
Yeah.
So
The origin story.
yeah.
Reddit. Okay, so let's get into how this fight would actually work, because we've talked a lot about these esoteric powers, but
Yeah.
does Barbie actually does Miku actually fight?
So Miku is a loving being. She is a goddess of light and love and hope and goodness. So she doesn't really get into fights. I mean, I'm sure in stuff like the Godzilla mech, right? That's an example of her fighting. But generally in her music videos, it's it's like partying. But that partying can very easily be weaponized into violence. Miku 6, Sam. This is her cheerfully obliterating the moon. That's the moon behind her. Miku 7,
okay.
Sam. This is her traveling across the universe by hopping from planet to planet into a new galaxy. And then Miku 8, Sam. She was on a bridge that this giant monster jumped on, and it seesawed, launched her up into the sky from Australia all the way to Indonesia. So this is her flying towards the camera, "Whoa!" and then flying back down to Indonesia.
Okay.
So she can do physical damage. She can fight. I think that we brought up these sort of similar scenarios about using their powers to exit into the real world. I think it is worth noting that when Miku exits into the real world, her powers still work. Her powers have still affected the real world, have still glitched out and reality warped the real world. When Barbie went to the real world in the movie, she's just like a human, basically. She isn't doing god magic and shit. So I don't think it's clear that Barbie would be able to keep up with Miku if they fought in the real world. But Miku, I think the main way that Miku would fight is by singing, because her singing is just can reality warp. That's how she does all of her things. She's always singing. So I think it would be a performance battle with Miku singing, warping reality and deflecting attacks and doing all kinds of weird shit.
Okay.
I do see a couple of super chats. Super Money pointing out Barbie has a paintbrush that can make anything she can think of. Gilda Data, Barbie can be anything, but Miku is anything. Liam, you better not fumble this. If Miku wins, I'll give 20. So don't fumble this.
I'm
We need the money
confident.
terribly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she does have the paintbrush that is very standard. Yes, like whatever she paints comes into reality. Obviously, that takes a minute. She also she has her. Which I brought it up as the Barbie Death Note, but she does have a magical diary that any wish she writes in it becomes true. So she just needs to write in there like I beat Miku, or Miku loses all powers, or Miku has no voice. Like
Okay.
I wish that Miku had no voice, and bam.
Okay. Wow.
Well, here's the thing, though.
And there's no weakness to the like if Miku just like slaps the diary or something like that, does that end the effect?
No,
Is
from what I
is
can
there any
tell, once
limit
it's
to the
written in the diary, it just happens.
Okay.
It does have a lock that only Barbie can open with her magical bracelet.
Narrow Triangle points out that Miku also does have some Magic the Gathering cards. And if you do
Yes,
use
I was looking at
those,
some of those.
counterspell. Goodbye diary.
Well,
Ooh,
so like,
good point. Yeah.
I mean, so like,
Yeah,
there's
there's a
something-
whole set. Because
Yeah,
I see
there's a
Narrow
secret layer
Triangle's,
set.
Yeah, Narrow Triangle mentions that one of them says it destroys anything on the field, and those affected are described as they can't be regenerated. And I found it. It's called Miku Child of Song.
Mhm.
But
She's
it does
Harmony
specifically
incarnate.
say when Miku Child of Song dies, destroy
Mhm.
all non-land permanents. They can't be regenerated.
Mhm.
So
So she
Miku
can
has
die.
to die in order for that to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, so there's like the weird outside stuff too, right? Which is like, so like, you know, when I was researching Barbie, it's specifically like the movies and TV shows, the things that she has done, you know, and whatever, aside from like any little like canonical facts, like them being like, no, Barbie is a goddess in this line, right? You know, whatever. But I mean, like, there's a Barbie doll of like Marvel and DC, you name it, right? Like, you know, Wonder Woman, Dark Phoenix, like all sorts of stuff. And it's like, I just don't feel like that's like it similar to like Miku and Magic the Gathering, right? It just feels weird, right?
Well, with Miku in the Magic the Gathering card, it's a card literally describing like what she can do. Barbie just in the costume of Dark Phoenix doesn't necessarily mean that she has all of Dark Phoenix's powers. She could have like a version of her powers, like psychic stuff or whatever, but it doesn't necessarily saying, yeah, Barbie, Dark Phoenix, Bark Phoenix is is exactly the same. I don't know. I think you can use both. I just don't know what you would draw necessarily from like Barbie being dressing up as like Wonder Woman or something.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, she already has like, again, she's basically Superman like already. So
well,
like,
hang on. Is there evidence that is there evidence that she has used these powers in like a cartoon or whatnot? Like, is there a Barbie in the Justice League movie where she gets Wonder Woman's powers? And two, if we're associating Barbie dressing up as like a black belt, right? Black belt karate Barbie is a figure. If that is being taken literally as she is a black belt in karate, then why wouldn't her dress being Dark Phoenix Barbie not mean that she has Dark Phoenix's powers? Because it's the same thing, right? It's the same equivalence there. So I feel like that's a little bit like it's either one or the other, right?
Well, I assume that with
If
the black
it's
belt thing, there's something saying that like this is
That's what I'm
Barbie,
trying to-
this is black belt Barbie. She's a master of karate or something like
Right,
that.
yeah,
And you
yeah,
can
yeah.
use
So,
whatever
like-
description there is for Dark Phoenix. Or
yeah, and so that's why I was trying to find the Dark Phoenix description right now, actually, because that's exactly what I was gonna say, Ben. I don't.
I think Liam just is trying to remove all the fun from this.
What?
Okay. You want something fun?
Because like this is how it works, right? Like if she's the Dark Phoenix and she has Dark Phoenix powers, if she's a black belt, then she has a black belt. So you know, I think you gotta take it kind of literally.
Okay.
Oh shit! Hold on. Barbie celebrates the 80th anniversary of Marvel Comics with a tribute to legendary X-Men character Dark Phoenix, also known as Jean Grey Summers. Dark Phoenix is an Omega-level mutant with telepathic telekinetic powers. This beloved character has faced numerous deaths and wrestles with her personal demons. Dark Phoenix Barbie doll is as fierce as the character she emulates. And then it goes
Kind of hard to
describe-
take fierce in that one.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I know.
And emulates. Yeah. Anyways, we talked about Barney earlier. We
Uh,
I didn't say Barney, but Ben misheard Barney as what I said. But I think that's fortuitous because Miku is a Barney, and people
God damn it.
that have frequented Death Battlecast know what that means, and people that don't, you don't know what I mean. So Barney the dinosaur is a mind virus. When I said that Miku was the most aggressive malware known to man, I meant it because she is exactly the same. Um, Miku uh, can die. She can be erased. She can bring herself back. But I think the core of that ability is because she will literally exist as long as people know about her, as people love her and love her songs, as long as there are people in the universe to do that. This is the lyrics of a song she sings, which I had to write, and the lyrics were going by so fucking fast because she was going like, so it took me a little while to write it all down. We the Voke I assume Vocaloids. We the Voke were born and we realized that even though we are an imitation of humanity, still they call our names, still they love us, which is why we the Voke spin our songs. So long as there is even one person to give and receive our words still warm with the joy of a new song's spirit. And then she talks about like once that goes away, then she can die. So we know that Barbie can reach into the real world
Mhm.
and is referring to people like in the real world. So as long as I know about Hatsune Miku, she's not going to be able to be erased from reality. I think you mentioned that that spell card about her dying. I think that she can die. I think that she can absolutely die and have that effect take place,
And then
but
come
then she'll
back.
just come back, right? There's just no way to kind of get rid of her
So
unless you were to kill
it
Ned.
sounds like it's
Mhm.
specifically so long as when I was looking it up, it looked like it said so long as people believe in her. What it sounds to
Mhm.
me is so long as people are listening to her music, she exists. So in order for Barbie to defeat Miku, she has to destroy Miku's
Well,
music. Is that what has to
here,
It's just
happen?
to
you
get rid
know,
of Vocaloid.
that's the thing too. You'll have to get rid of everybody that knows about Barbie because Barbie was designed to be quote an immortal concept, an immortal idea or symbol, and that's shown in the Barbie movie when the little girl like or when the mom stops like believing in whatever, and that's when like stuff starts affecting Barbie in her perfect immortal life, right? And so that's one of the reasons she goes to the real world to like figure out what's going on, and then she starts experiencing humanity and everything like that. But so like Barbie is also like the cons like she is an immortal idea of what you can achieve too. So you would have to kill like everyone in a similar fashion. Like
No, I don't.
Kino does
I
mention with
think
the super chat, Barbie can use the diary to wish for everyone to forget
different-
Miku.
that's true.
Does Miku have a
Uh,
tool
She would
of similar
still
capability?
she would
would
still
the
have
wish
to.
work in the real world?
Well, here's
Because
my
remember, when she goes
thing.
into the real world, she's just like a person, right?
Well, hang on, Sam.
Like you said that she's like, well, okay, Sam, go.
That wouldn't work. She could write in her diary that nobody remembers Miku, but her
Mm.
herself, she also would have to forget about Miku. And I don't. Is there an example of her diary warping her,
It
like
Including
doesn't
me.
sound
herself?
like it doesn't sound like that's what it sounded like to me was so long as people listen to her music, she will exist. So not that the knowledge of Miku is what maintains her. Same thing with Barbie, right? Like it's not that you whether or not you know or don't know that Barbie exists, it's whether or not you like um um believe in Barbie as like a concept. You want to be Barbie, you want to have a Barbie, etc. That kind of thing. So I
I
think the
want to
very
also
idea of it being knowledge based is maybe a little bit of a stretch.
want to be like clear about the thing that I think Chad is conflating two like similar ideas and saying that they are the same. Miku is immortal as long as people still sing her songs. Barbie isn't immortal as long as people still remember her. She can be weakened by people forgetting her or not caring about her. If somebody walked up to Barbie in the Barbie movie and shot her in the head, she would die. Like that would be it. But like this
What
other
a
She
stuff
was
can
different
also
movie.
affect her. It would be a very different movie.
yeah.
Not
Not in her world though. That's the whole thing. Is like she has has this
right.
immortal perfect life, right?
Yeah,
And so
totally.
yeah.
But we know that they can exit those worlds, and
Yes.
Miku can
Right.
still like has her powers. Yeah, I think that's a big difference.
Patrick asking if Miku gets a
Sure.
Pokemon. I don't understand how a Pokemon would have it. Like a Charizard could show up. That it's not the power level of any Pokemon's not really affecting this that she has, I believe.
Just unless it's
Yeah.
Arceus, I don't think
Yeah, I
it
was about to say,
matters.
yeah, it's like
Isn't
both
it,
characters have restarted the universe. Like it's
This is the one above all Barbie.
yeah, right.
the Pokemon is like, what the fuck is her name?
review.
Meletta? Melody? Something like that.
Yeah, the
It's
singing
the,
one.
It's the singing one, right?
I mean, since they're both like deep level reality warpers, it's kind of like who we'd probably be looking for the largest warp of reality. Right, because like it kind of boils down to that, I feel like. It's not like one's gonna punch the other one harder.
Yeah.
Is this
So-
I know we don't consider this on cast, but is this potentially a tie?
I mean,
No, I
maybe
think-
I mean,
saw
if
Gilded,
chat votes 50-50, then it is
It's
a
a
tie,
tie, yeah.
which has
So-
happened before.
yeah, Gilded says so. In reality, the loser isn't Miku or Barbie, but us.
Oh, you're winners. You get to watch a great song between two
Well-
wonderful performers.
yeah.
It could end in
slices
the rest of the
Barbie's
world,
throat.
aka us, forgetting that both of these characters exist. Like that would be the way both of them have to win, right? Like is to make the other like no longer a remembered thing throughout the collective of humanity. So it could end. Oh my god. It could end. I'm just picturing like a death battle where it ends where like Miku and Barbie are now no longer like they are forgotten. And they're just drifting powerless.
No one
through a
sings their
void.
songs.
It's so sad.
Gilded
Uh.
just throw you a bone, Liam, saying there was once an IRL instance of where Miku was erased from the internet, and there was a song and a movie based off it. Technically, the forgetting the music condition happened, and she came back.
Yeah. She can survive
What?
like her program being erased, the internet going away. She can zip. She can like hop from a computer into the real world and go hi.
Miku, much like
yeah,
a
but
But
there's
it's
life,
just
specifically
no
phones away.
IRL. What does that mean? Like in real life, people forgot her? What do you mean?
I
That
think
one might
she
be a
was
stretch.
her as a program was accidentally deleted at one point. But yeah,
Okay.
she
Okay.
was
She
very
relies on the-
briefly lost media.
She can regenerate from lost media.
I
Yeah.
saw the chat was saying somebody in the chat said that like if they're both like influenced by our beliefs, does that mean our chat vote is what really decides it? Like,
I mean, it might be. I don't know.
as long as one person votes for Miku, then Miku can't lose. Like
yeah.
definitionally.
yeah, but if enough people vote for Barbie, then Barbie's power eclipses Miku, right?
No, that's
Again-
not a her powers are not based on like we're conflating Miku and Barbie here. We need to be clear.
Is
I
this
don't
not Tinkerbell rules? Like whoever claps the hardest for you?
yeah.
That's Tinkerbell.
Well, yeah. I mean, Barbie has been a fairy. Like, but no, I mean, she can wish the powers away with her journal. She can also use, the wand of light to strip Miku of her powers. And it quote, like I said,
Miku could just do the same. She just sings her powers away, right? Like those cancel each other out. Miku can
no, because
sing
Barbie
the
would be
powers away
protected
and
by her crystal.
she would sing the
What- wait,
crystal away.
what crystal?
What crystal? This is the first
I
I've
brought
heard
it
of
up
a
earlier.
crystal.
No, it's not. I brought it up earlier. She has a magic. It's called the magic crystal. And it puts this pink
course.
barrier around her that protects her from physical, and then also it makes her completely invulnerable to magic.
This isn't like
Okay,
magic
okay.
beams or anything like that. This is like the warping of reality. Like this is like
yeah, but is
the,
it through
the pink
magic?
crystal.
No, it's through music. Is music
it's
magic?
The
through
magic of
Is-
music.
Is,
You're like,
is,
you know,
is
yeah.
music not
Her
magic?
powers are
I think so.
her powers are always like whenever she does stuff, it's like a glitching kind of effect. Like you see like the wireframe of reality kind of going in and out. So she's controlling like the data itself. That's the way that it's portrayed. I don't think the crystal would be like immune to something like that. I think the crystal is a part of that, is a part of the same sort of world that she's in. And furthermore, like, okay, they destroy each other's universes. Like she kills Miku, Miku immediately comes back because she can't like die. The counterspell effect happens. once they get into the real world, which they have to because they're going to be wrecking the whatever fictional world that they're in, Barbie is a sitting duck. It's essentially like they can't do anything to each other meaningful, like when they're in fake world, but when they're in the real world, Barbie ain't got anything. Miku just
Well, so here's what's hard. Here's what's hard
taps her
about that.
ass.
Specifically in the live action movie, when she goes into the real world, then yes, she's like, oh my god, I'm a human. This is crazy to experience this stuff, right? But in the concepts of her movies, like, and all that stuff, she's acting in those movies, right? And it's like as if Barbie existed in real life, but they're just doing it animated, right? She's an actress on set doing an animated movie, but then you see the blooper, she still has all the powers of like Silver Age Superman outside of the context of that movie. So I think that also should apply to her in real life, right?
If
Because
she's
that's
an
what
if she's an actor, if you're saying that she's an actor, then she's not actually leaving the real world, right? Like she's either an actor in a fake world or like she is actually literally leaving into a real world. I think you can conflate the two unless we're supposed to believe that like what's that actress's name that plays her? I'm like completely blanking. One of the famous people.
What, Margot Robbie?
Margot Robbie. Unless Margot Robbie is like canonically like in an interview being like, yeah, I'm actually Barbie playing myself in a movie where I go into the real world. Like, unless you're saying that, then I don't think you can
Why
conflate
can't
those
she
two
just look
ideas.
like Margot Robbie? Why not? Barbie looks like everybody. Everybody can be Barbie.
I wanted to clear up a lot of people gave us context on the Miku getting deleted thing. Essentially, it seems, and Gilded sent in a chat about it, that Google flagged her as a virus / spam, and temporarily erased / kept anyone from searching Miku. But yeah, it's not like she was erased from the internet. There were still pictures of Miku were still in forums, and it's just Google stopped people from finding Miku for a little while and probably
Yeah,
took
I don't
some
think that's
videos down, all
funny.
that shit. There's
That
no
is funny,
chance.
though. That is like
Just for a moment, there was 0 Miku content online in 2007. There was still some. It's just Google blocked it and barred it, which is how 99% of the internet finds shit. So
yeah, okay.
Yeah. I love
the idea that all of Miku's like media was just one day there and the next day erased.
Yeah,
is fascinating.
it was clearly
okay, so apparently there was a movie and song based off of it.
It was significant enough. It was a big enough thing that there's a movie and a song, which is really cool. I'm not trying to turn it down. It's just like there's one cell left, right? It was still out there. It wasn't total erasure.
Either way, let's get into the final arguments here, and then we're gonna vote. So, Liam, final arguments for Miku.
Matches everything Barbie can do, as well as can keep that effect like in the real world. That's basically the core of it. I think she's just way crazier than Barbie. And has the Barney like mind virus immortality thing that Barbie has no answer to.
Careful you don't say virus and Miku in the same sentence too much.
Yeah.
Google might do this again. Chad,
it's gonna be a new feat.
Final argument for Miku, or sorry, for Barbie.
Also on a ludicrous scale, I think they're very similar, but I think, Barbie's extra little tools that she has at her disposal, like her crystal wand or her wish journal, can, tip the scales in her favor by stripping Miku of all her powers.
Okay. I am starting the poll in the YouTube chat. If you're watching this live, we do this live every Tuesday at noon Central Time. You can vote to determine which one of these two wins this death battle, Miku or Barbie. Get your votes in. Sam, what are you thinking?
Well, Gilded said he'd gift us 20 memberships if Miku won.
Can they buy their way to a victory?
But I am currently feeling Miku regardless of that, just because of their comeback from nothingness of this all. But it clearly is pretty damn close and will require some serious research to get a real answer out of this.
That's why I want to do this one really badly.
Remember, chat, you could have had this, but you chose Geets Nero. There's a timeline.
That is true.
Oh, that's right. The chat's reminding us we did create a Barbie religion.
The barbarians,
Or the barbarians.
The barbarians?
Exactly. This is challenging the barbarians. If you
with their one
vote for
true
Miku,
god.
you are Yeah, if you vote for Miku, you are voting to replace your one true god with Miku and need to develop an entirely new
Yeah.
religion.
Also, if
Uh,
anyone could have the understanding to unmake the virus, it would be Barbie because she is, the best at ever, and she's held so many
Calling her the
scientific
virus.
fields. Yeah, like,
Yes, as Death Battle in the chat points out. Thank you, Austin. Um, where is Celestis? Wow, the kingdom of Barbie and Miku seems crazy. Could this fight even end in death? They're both monsters. Cough, cough. He's trying to tell me that this Sunday on the Nightly Brew, we're going to be playing Kingdom Death Monster, and he's reminded me it's such a cute Austin-y way. But we are going to be playing that. So check out Nightly Brew on Sunday for a live stream, which I believe will be 6 p.m. Central Standard
Yep.
Time. It should be a lot of fun. We got if you've ever enjoyed the audio in a death battle, both of our historic audio engineers, Philip and Chris, are going to be there playing with us. It's really good to hang out with them. So yeah, come join us.
I wanted to say
Nightly
also
Brew this
thanks
weekend.
to I wanted to say thank you to one of our mods, Bang, and one of our Discord members, Gumball Viking, for sending me a blog that is not about Miku, but I would still able to. It's about another kind of Vocaloid character that I was able to take some
Collusion.
information from. Yeah,
Wait, is there another Vocaloid who's as powerful as
it's
Miku?
it's a pair. There's like a parody, I think, of Miku called Kasane Teto, and the blog was her versus Weird Hal.
That's incredible.
I can't.
All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and get your last votes in. I think it comes down to, at least based on what we have talked about, I think it comes down to whether or not Miku's abilities can be classified as magic to Barbie, because Barbie has ways to counter magic. If
Right.
if Barbie's counters to magic do not apply here, sounds like Miku's got a pretty good handle on things. However, I don't know. I legitimately do not know. This would be a death battle that would get it would be a very strange deep dive. But I do think it's more fun if we take every single thing that they have done or has
Totally.
occurred to them literally, right?
Oh.
Like Barbie has become Dark Phoenix. Miku was erased from existence by Google, stuff like that. Like, I think that's the fun way to go about this matchup.
Yeah,
All right.
I would love to do this because also like as I was like, I told you I lost my notes. I had to redo this, and I was like, there is such little like deep dive information into Barbie, and I was like, damn, I really did a lot of work the last time I did this because I was going through to the individual movies and shows and finding these things, and I was like, that sounds like an important thing. Let me go look it up. And so like, there's not really good versus resources on Barbie right now. So like, I would
Why
love.
would there be?
Woody, because she's insane. That's what I'm like.
All right, I'm wrapping up the poll here now, and 3, 2, 1, and the winner is, with 79% of the vote, Hatsune Miku is your new god.
Holy
So,
fuck.
sorry,
I'm so
barbarians.
pissed. It was in the 80s and then it dropped right at the end. It's got annoying. Okay.
Oh, you're so pissed.
Nubia had
you.
a
Man.
Nubia had
Yeah,
a
I know.
suggestion that instead of the barbarians,
Yeah.
it could be Mikulu, like Cthulhu, like a thing. Which
That's
there's
awesome.
something there. There's
Mikulu.
something there.
Welcome to the Mikulu religion, everybody. This is just what we are now. Whoa. Thank you all for joining us for another Death Metal cast. This is definitely not stupid at all.
That's what we do. I love it.
This is great. All right, if you stick around, we will automatically move into Champion Cast. I don't know what the heck we're going to talk about Champion Cast. Maybe more of this.
Well, I have
nonsense.
something. And Gilded Data just gave out 20 memberships like they promised. So 20 new people can come watch us on
Wow.
Champion Cast, where I think I have
Thank
do have a
you.
soft topic. We can talk about fun merch ideas because the man with the plan has a fun merch idea for us. So maybe we can talk about that a little bit, as well as if Liam actually believes Miku wins.
Yeah. Or maybe he's been lying this whole time. We'll find out at Champion Cast. Yeah. So if you just got a membership, stick around. You will be automatically moved over into Champion Cast once this stream ends. Thank you all so much for joining us, watching this live or watching the VOD or listening to us on Spotify or wherever you are listening to this. We appreciate you and hope to see you next week.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.
Conscious